Right, where to begin? It's been ever since I last posted, and I'm really sorry. I have no excuse. Well, I've got lots, but I'll talk about those now. Uh, when I had my check in the last video, I had to get a blood test done, as you do before you go for your checks. And when I did, I met a lovely phlebotomist. And while she was doing her biz on me, I said to her, "Hey, I've always wanted to be a phlebotomist." And she went, "Really? Go and talk to this lady. Take your details to her and rah rah rah." And I went to see her, and lo and behold, the next thing I knew, I was training to be a phlebotomist, which was the most random thing in the world. Um, wow, I loved it. It turned out that I was so bloody good at taking blood. I was a natural phlebotomist, did not know this until I trained, and the next thing I know, I've finished my training and I'm doing ward rounds at the local hospital, and I'm specialising in CCU patients and children. I've just got this unreal feel for it, la la la, and yay! So that was amazing. And then the next thing I know, the people in microbiology noticed me, and they come up and they say, "Hey, do you want to train to work in micro?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yeah," because I love learning and I love I love all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, I've got blonde purple hair. Duh. Anyway, the next thing I know, the people in phlebotomy get really, really shirty and refuse to work with me. As in refuse, as in like if I go up with a sample or need help or anything, they just turn their backs and say nah, which wasn't cool, and it was horrible. These people that had been friends of mine all of a sudden refused to deal with me. So I went to the bosses and I said, "I'm being bullied. I can't do my job. What do I do?" And basically, I'm going to cut a long story short. I got bullied so much that I resigned my job. The job that I woke up in the morning and thought, "My gosh, I could do this forever and you wouldn't have to pay me. I wouldn't care." Because I loved it so much and I was good at it. Oh my gosh, I was good at it. I was so good at micro. I was good at bacteria. I was good at streaking plates and doing stuff that I'd never ever thought I would do. It was horrible. We went to mediation at the end of it, and they paid a token amount of money because that's what happens, and you end up not having a job anymore because I resigned and they didn't want to risk me causing more trouble, because they've got a culture there of bullying led by one person in particular that they just don't want to deal with. And it was horrible. And because they basically run all the services in the South Island, which is where I live in New Zealand, I can't do that job anywhere else. So I lost my job, that was my passion. So there you go. And it sucked. And because of that, I got very, very depressed. So I'll probably put on, well, I've put on a few kilos. And I have been quite self-destructive, and I don't drink every day, but when I have been drinking, I've had far too much to drink, as in just not cared what I've had to drink, drank heaps of it. Yeah, I am actually on the better side of it. I'm getting on the better side of it, but it's really thrown me, and it's made me a lot of things that happened in my past come back, and it's been quite difficult to deal with. And on top of that, the last time I blogged, I was talking about how I'd been getting pain and ending up in A&E with mystery pains and stuff like that, and how they thought it was an ulcer and rah rah rah. Well, I've been to A&E probably a dozen times this year for the same pain. So I ended up meeting, there's a new specialist down here in Invercargill who is actually doing the surgery in Invercargill now, which is amazing. He's a really lovely guy. I was booked in to have an endoscopy with him. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Endoscopy. Ugh. When you know your body, so you go to I saw the surgeon and I said to him, "Look, I know me. You're gonna have to sedate me for this, and I'm sorry. I know I should be a big girl, and this shouldn't be a problem, but I will fight you. I can't help it. It's just the way my body reacts when Um, so he did actually sedate me, but he didn't sedate me enough. So I woke up. Well, I didn't wake up. I kind of was very aware, and so I started fighting him. It was terrible. Basically, I was so traumatized by the end of it. Um, at the end of it, he even said to me, he said that was the most traumatic procedure of that kind he's ever been through. Poor guy. I feel terrible. But then to make matters worse, when he did it, so I've had endoscopies before with my surgeon, but not this guy. He pumped a lot of air in so he could get a really good look at everything. Now the problem was that he pumps lots of air into a small space that it can't come out of. So I actually ended up in A&E that night in severe pain, and had an x-ray, and the radiographer, who's not allowed to say anything, said to me, "I think I know why you're in pain." Because basically my whole intestine had blown up like a balloon. I'm sorry for the graphicness of this, but it was kind of funny and traumatic at the same time. My intestine had blown up like a huge balloon. And, well, there's only one way to get rid of that kind of stuff. And let's just say it involved a hose being attached to my leg at one point. So they could try and get rid of some of the air. It was terrible. It was really, really traumatizing. Oh, yuck. But eventually the ear did get out, so it didn't burst, but by crikey, she was pretty bloody close. Yeah, so that was fun. So he had a look, while he was in there being traumatized by me fighting him. He said that everything looked fine. My surgery looks awesome, didn't have any ulcers or anything that he could see. So that was a mystery, but a good thing as well. So then he said, "I tell you what, I think it could be your gallbladder." Now, I've always thought that it isn't my gallbladder. That's my general opinion, because I know I've got sludge in it. Well, I had sludge in it, but I didn't have any stones. I know sludge can cause pain, but yeah, not pain like this. But anyway, I'm a humouring kind of girl. You know, I'll go with the flow. So he arranged to take my gallbladder out, and while he was in there, he was going to have a little pokey nose and see if he could see if there was anything else that might be causing the pain. So bottom line, I had my gallbladder taken out, and it was fine. I hate surgery. I was a bit teary, but not as teary as I normally am, so that was, yay, I'm growing up. You know, at this age, I'm growing up. Woo. And I thought, yay, this is good. Had surgery, everything's fine. But then about 6 weeks after surgery, you wouldn't believe it, I end up in A&E with exactly the same pain again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it turns out it wasn't my gallbladder. Gallbladder actually looked beautiful. There were possibly makings of little stones in there, but there was nothing that was going to cause pain. So I've had my gallbladder removed, and I probably could have kept it. And I was kind of attached to it, so I'm feeling a little bit like booger. So now, I've got to laugh. It's just all clutching at straws now. Now they're saying, because I'm lactose intolerant after surgery, now they're going, well, you know, maybe you're gluten intolerant. And I'm like, you know, often I go no carb, low carb, and I've been to A&E even when I've been low carb. So, you know, okay, whatever. So I'm going to go and see this gastroenterologist woman who's going to cost a fortune to see. I can wait to go private, but I probably won't get her. I'll probably get her off-cider, so I'm going to have to pay. But that's okay. But it's more the fact that I don't know what to do. You know, every time I go to A&E, I've got to explain everything again. They do pregnancy tests, they do x-rays, all these tests before they give me any pain relief. I can be there for hours and hours and hours waiting to get some kind of relief and nothing, you know. Lately, you know, 9 times out of 10, I've been able to get in straight away, but I've still had to muck around for ages before they'll deal with me. I'm just hoping that, you know, even if there was a note on my file saying, give this woman morphine, she needs it, just to get rid of the pain, then send her home. You know, this isn't everything. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will let you know how it goes. I'm not a diabetic still. Yay, high five me. Honestly, have tried to break myself. Have done a really stink job at breaking myself. Hallelujah. Yeah. So, what else is going on? I don't want to work at the moment because I don't want to deal with people, and it's a fallback from my job, doing phlebotomy and microbiology, having to deal with people and be on all the time, which I actually really enjoyed, and it was very healthy for me as a person who doesn't like dealing with people, but as an extrovert. Well, I'm not an extrovert, I'm an introvert who plays the extrovert very well. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to go low carb again, try and lose the extra weight I've put on, and it works, so I'll do that, and it'll be fine. I will blog again. I know I said that before, but I will actually blog again because it's healthy for me mentally as well. So, got nothing really more to say because I know I'm going to run out of time. So, yeah, still not a walk in the park. This whole cat and caboodle thing, it's still not as easy as people think. My hair's growing back. It's still not perfect, and I have moments where it starts to fall out, but generally it's much healthier than it was. Much healthier. And I've got nails back, they're growing back. Everything's going okay. I'm getting older. Getting older. Yeah. But you know, with age comes wisdom, apparently. I'll let you know how that works out. Cool. I'm gonna blog before Christmas. Yay! No, seriously, I am. Don't look at me like that, because seriously, I will. I promise. Okay. Love you guys. If you've got any questions you can ask me, it's probably easier because I'm such an absent person. If you've got any questions about anything, just ask away. But until then, I'll catch you when I catch you. Okay, letters.